We are live, ladies and gentlemen, on, of course, Cruising with the Case Handler. But I'll let you do the official introduction in a second. I'm trying to be timely these days, trying my best to be very timely. Want to say welcome, 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 welcome. Let's do, from now on, we're going to spend 60 seconds up front pushing Facebook. All right. So a lot of you are logging on now and you're wondering, what is this that Mr. Adaki has started? What is this that Squeeze has started? As I fix my lights here, because I think I need some lights up in here. It's a little bit dark up in here. And I'm a black man, so I need some lights. Okay. All right. On my face here. All right. I'll be taking pictures. Back in college, I was taking pictures with my white friends and everything looked good on the camera. And then it's like, David, you got to move to the light, you know? And I try to ponder. Was that racist? And like, nah, it's not racist. You're just black, man, you know? So
there's not always a hidden meaning, I guess, right?
Yeah, there's not always a hidden meaning. All right. So I was messing with them all the time, you know. But listen up, folks. Seriously speaking, this is a great show. All right. And first thing we got to do is give thanks for the fact that we're here and able to do this show for you. I am very, very happy when I do this show. I get extremely happy. It's a show with some attorneys that do genuinely care about people. So before we get to the top man, before we get to the man, let's just start sharing. Right now, I need for you to share what it is that you're watching in groups. Join some groups. Join groups with people that you may know, cultural groups. So this way you can share this link in the group so that people can actually have access to attorneys like Adam Handler. All right. Share on your timelines. When you reshare in your timelines, people actually see it. So share in your timeline, your feed, they call it. Also share on pages that you may be a manager of. But the key is to share at least 20 times. If every one of you watching the show share 20 times, that's all the thanks we need for now. All right. I am David Squeeze Anarchy. I'm a broadcaster right here on 93.5 WVIP FM. I'm also on Facebook from time to time. And now I introduce my good friend and dear friend, Mr. Adam Handler. He's one of the top personal injury attorneys in the nation. He has professed for the Caribbean community and beyond. He has settled well over $120 million in accident cases. I am quite sure you know of someone who have gotten in an accident and may not have received the maximum compensation, may not have received the treatment that they really should, be treated like family. That is one of the reasons why I have Adam Handler on this radio station with myself. He has been on this radio station for 15 solid years, repping a people. And I want to say thanks to him and welcome, Adam Handler. How you doing this morning, man?
I'm great, man. Thanks so much for having me on this morning and every morning. 93.5 FM listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And Facebook viewers, subscribers, thanks for checking us out as well. So, you know, Squeeze, you shortchanged me a few million. You know, we hit the $125 million mark last month. So, you know, 120 million.
Congrats.
That's so July, bro. That's so July. Right? You gotta live in the now. Well over $125 million for my clients. In fact, we just settled a great case yesterday for $650,000, which I want to talk about today. Very special case. A lady came in, got her money tax-free, just incredible stuff. But you are absolutely right. We're here. We've been here on the radio for 15 years. A lot of you listening right now most likely know who I am and how I do things and what we do here at this firm. For those of you that are just tuning in for the first time on 93.5 FM, thank you so much. You know, we really do appreciate it. We know that there's other things you could be listening to right now. And the fact that you're hearing our voices means that you're interested in what we have to say. You believe in me, you believe in Squeeze, you believe in the message about not becoming a victim twice, because that's certainly what is going to happen to you if you're ever, God forbid, in an accident and do not choose the correct attorney to represent you. There's one chance to get it right. There are no redos in personal injury. That's something that, you know, we stress, but it's probably the most important thing we could say about personal injury. If you said to me, you know, Adam, you know, what if you could say only one thing to the people out there about personal injury cases, you know, what would you say? And by far, I would say there are no redos. You can't reopen a case. Once it's settled, it's done. Once a jury has decided your case, it's over. Once a judge has decided your case, it's over. So if you have a serious case and you've incurred medical bills and you've missed time from work and you've had pain and suffering and you will continue to have pain and suffering in the future, you need to make sure that your attorneys can be fighting to get you the maximum compensation the first time around. And that's why we say, you know, one chance, one choice. I'm your case handler. And I've been doing it for 17 years, almost exclusively for the Caribbean community. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have trusted their family, friends, and as you say, squeeze foes with me handling their case, because they want, you know, simply put, the best possible attorney fighting for them and their family for that one shot. I mean, you literally have a gun with one bullet, and you got to make sure that the person that's taking aim is going to hit that bullseye. And that's exactly what we do here. So please, you know, don't take it from me. You know, don't take it from Squeeze. Take it from the thousands of people that have come before you that have never expected in a million years that they would have gotten into an accident, whether a car accident, a construction accident, a workplace accident, a slip or trip and fall on the street. I mean, things happen. And, you know, the frequency of these things happening now are increasing. You know, between April and June, things were quiet. You know, the phones were quiet. The only real work we were doing was working on existing cases. And then all of a sudden, 4th of July hit, and it just explodes of people getting into car accidents, people going back to work, going back to school. You know, the job sites are opening up again. And that's just what happens, man. You know, we deal with the worst case scenario, but as long as you have our number saved, you'll be protected. Your wife will be protected. Your husband will be protected. Your children will be protected, because you know that I'm going to fight for you like family, like 3 generations before me, my grandfather, my father, and myself. You know, that's what we do in my family, in the Handler family. We're personal injury attorneys. You know, and that's it's in my blood and it's my passion. So if that's something that makes sense to you, if that's something that's important to you, take this number down. If that's not important to you, you know, Squeeze is gonna yell at me right now, but if it's not important to you, don't take the number down. Go with the guy that comes up to you at the scene of the accident. Go with the guy that comes up to you.
No.
Yeah, don't do it. Do it, because if you're not smart enough to take my number, then maybe you deserve your own fate. But if you are smart and you care about yourself and you care about your and you care about being treated with, of course, we say immigration status, money under the law, regardless of your immigration status. Take our number down, 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. PPID stands for my firm, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico.
All right.
You there, bud?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's Adam Handler being extremely modest at times and telling people to go to another turn. Don't. All right. I'm not going to tell you that. All right. When I find an attorney that's excellent, that's good, that's great, that's phenomenal, I stick with them. Do you know how hard it is to find a good attorney around here? How many of you have been screwed in the past? Many of you. Culture where if a person is an attorney or a doctor, they're freaking great. They're phenomenal, regardless of what kind of attorney, what kind of a doctor. No. Absolutely not. Okay. I don't want anyone to think like that. Yes, they are attorneys. Yes, they're doctors. Yes, they're CEOs. Yes, they're this. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're phenomenal and they're going to be perfect. Okay. You find out that people normally, Adam Handler, when a doctor makes a decision, no one questions a doctor. When a lawyer makes a decision, no one questions a lawyer because of the capacity and, of course, the prestige and the stature of the position. Well, let me just say this. All doctors are not created equal. Correct. All lawyers are not created equal.
Correct.
All CEOs are not created equal. Everyone is not created equal. That's the reason why you've got to do your homework. You've got to do your legwork. You've got to find out. who is the ultimate in the class of what it is that you're looking for, who is the greatest in the capacity of what you're looking for. And then when you find that person, you stick with them. For lack of a better analogy, you find a good woman, from my perspective, okay? You find a good woman, a great woman, a phenomenal woman, you stay with her, all right? It's and vice versa, okay? So we have had Adam Handler for 15 years, longer than a lot of marriages that's out there, okay? He has proven himself over and over. When people get crushed in an accident, people getting their limbs destroyed, some people even dying, and families have to fight for that. And he stuck it out with them. He picks up the phone literally every day, sometimes every other week, every month, every year, even until now. He picks up the phone, he calls the family, he checks in with the family, he makes sure that they're okay. Even people who are in this country without legal status who gets hurt in an accident, he's fighting for them tooth and nail. The courts cannot come after him or them because they're out of status. He's making sure that they get the most money because he has seen the pain. He has seen the suffering. He has seen the tears. He has also seen the joy when people get hurt and they get that money. So ladies and gentlemen, right now, that's the reason why every single one of us, we need to store the number for this excellent man, this excellent attorney that has fought for our Caribbean community and beyond. His name is Adam Handler, a personal injury attorney, a top personal injury attorney, the most celebrated personal injury attorney on this station and probably in the nation. Here's his number. You dial his number, it rings on his desk right now. Let it ring for 15, 20 seconds. The number for the accident attorney, the number for Adam Handler, the number for the shark, the number for the man that we all call the case handler. Dial it now is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Dial that number. That's the number for Adam Handler. He's the case handler. He's at the firm Pollack, Isaac, and Desico. Just call it PPID. And God forbid you get hurt in an accident, you only need one man. Store that number in your phone. Text that number to at least 5 people and say, hey, here's the number for an excellent personal injury attorney, an accident attorney. Because we don't know if and when we're going to get hurt in an accident, or a friend or a family member. And you want to make sure that you have the right person fighting for you. 844-774-3529. I trust him with my family. I hope you do also. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And I want to say thanks to you, Adam, for what it is that you have done for the Caribbean community, for what it is that you have done throughout the 15 years on this station and beyond. You are an excellent attorney and just keep racking up them millions, man, for the people. I do appreciate that, you being the case handler at the number 844-774-3529.
It's my passion, man, and there's no thanks needed. In fact, I should be thanking you and everybody else who's believed in me during my career, whether it was broadcasting through you or, guys later on in the day. Everybody's had my back. Everybody supported me. And that's maybe because they know, what I can do and what I'm capable of. And probably more importantly, how I conduct it. There's a much different approach here at Pollack, Isaac, Desico to these kind of things. There's a lot of good attorneys out there, a lot of good personal injury attorneys. I think I am up there with the best of the best. I'm sure you would agree. But more importantly, we do it in a way in which you feel like family, that you're not just a file, what's going on with your case. I mean, things are tough right now in the courts because they are closed. We don't have any jury trials. Cases are dragging on right now, but we are settling cases. I mean, we're well over $18 million this year alone for case handler clients. It's my second best year of my career. And we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. We're literally just using our phones and a Wi-Fi connection. But we're fighting and we're aggressive and we're passionate. I've got a wonderful team of staff. I've got my associate, Matt Goodstein, just settled the case yesterday, $70,000. We actually assessed the case, probably clients walking away with $70,000 tax-free. So truly remarkable. We also have that case that we settled. The client got paid yesterday, 650 grand. I'd love to talk about it.
Let's jump on it, man. Let's jump on it. Let's talk about it.
So this is a great story, and I'll tell you why it's a great story. It's a great story because not only did the client receive a considerable amount of money in this case, 650,000 tax free, but we did it in a way that that we just kept fighting, and I think this case kind of personifies our whole approach to accidents. And this case involves a woman that tripped and fell at a storage facility. Can you see the photographs that I'm sharing right now?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. And for those of you right now listening on 93.5 FM, again, thank you so much. If you can now or later, check out Case Handler on Facebook. Check out Case Handler on Instagram, because you'll be able to see exactly what we're talking about right now. We post true life success stories. We post case updates and photos and really interesting things, also on Instagram. So if you can do so, Case Handler on Instagram, Case Handler on Facebook. Just like or follow the page. And for those of you listening, we'll use our best to describe it. But she was at a storage facility, going up this ramp right here. And can you see here, Squeeze, that the ground is kind of broken up?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
kind of cracked. Yeah, and these are photographs that our investigator took a couple of days after the accident, and you can see the sidewalk is all broken up on the ramp. The walkway is all broken up. I mean, this is a place of business. To leave your property in a condition like this is ridiculous. And you see how it's misleveled here. You see how it's raised up on the right-hand side. Yeah. We had my investigator take measurements. Well, she tripped and fell on a crack in this area. And I'll get to the next picture to show really, you can see, that's a significant amount of differential between the two pieces of the walkway. And she tripped and fell, and she went forward. She landed on her face, bruised up her chin, hurt her neck. Actually wound up requiring a procedure to the neck to fix the damage. She had some pre-existing conditions, which made it very difficult, but she went back to the same doctors, and the doctors were able to say, no, this is a different situation. This is a different case. Your injuries are much worse this time. But what made this case so interesting, and if I could, let's see, how do I go? New share right here. When we filed our claim with the insurance company for this building, they sent us a letter. And look at this. What does this letter say, Squeeze? Read this letter to everybody. This is the letter. Says
here, Dear Adam S. Handler, we have carefully considered your client's claim. Based upon the information obtained to date, it is our opinion that our account would not be held responsible for this incident. The following is the reason behind our denial. Our investigation has determined there was no liability to our client for this loss. Therefore, we must respectfully decline payment of your client's claim. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at the number below.
Yeah. So the insurance company is basically saying,
go screw yourself.
F off. Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Right. So you send a letter, hey, I'm representing this individual hurt in an accident. And they send me this letter saying, well, you know what? We're not paying you a dime. We're not responsible. So I filed a lawsuit, and one thing leads to another. And the manager of the store, we take his deposition, and he admits under oath that he knew that this was a broken up area, that he knew that that it was potentially a tripping hazard. I mean, how can he say not? I showed him these photos. I said, was this how your walkway looked for months before the accident? Yes. Well, do you think this is safe? He's like, well, not really. So once we were able to establish that, once we were able to get that testimony from him, how could they defend themselves? When a landowner knows about a problem and does nothing to remedy it, they are liable under the law. And that's pure negligence right there. So we went from a letter saying, screw you, we're not paying you anything, to another piece of mail that we received a couple of weeks ago. So in September of 2016, they send me a letter saying, we're not paying you. In September of 2020, they send me a letter saying, enclosed, please find a check in the amount of $650,000.
Unbelievable.
Right?
That's the reason why I love man.
I love it. Yes.
That's the reason why everyone that's listening and watching us on Facebook, all right? Every one of the 93.5 FM listeners, this is the reason why we need this man. He's very diligent, all right? All right. He pontificates. He finds out everything and makes sure he goes for it and makes his point as an attorney representing you. So I want for you to store his number. If you ever get hurt in an accident, you dial this number, 844-774-3529. Every one of us tuning into this radio station, don't store the number because of me. Don't store the number because of Adam. Store the number because you need the ultimate accident attorney, the ultimate personal injury attorney, the ultimate case handler handling your case. 844-774-3529. Log on to the page, thecasehandler.com. Check out all the true success stories. Check out all the settlements. Check out all the verdicts, hundreds of them, of people who have actually used Adam Handler. And that's the reason why he's a proud sponsor in this station. 844-774-3529 is his number. That's 844-774-3529. Look at this one: bicyclist and pedestrian, helicopter accident, taxi cab hit and run, scooter lawsuit. All right, Central Park safety issue, a tractor trailer accident. Man, this is unbelievable. All right, so make sure you reach out to them. All right, 84. Well, look at that one, 5.2 million.
Yeah, that's my biggest. That's the biggest settlement in my career so far. $5.2 million last year. Look at that quote.
Adam Handler will look out for you just like he did for me. His whole crew is great. I was up to date the whole time, and it was nice whenever they called just to see how I was feeling. The case handler team went above and beyond. This is Tommy from Staten Island, $5.2 million Adam fought for and got it. That's what it's all about. So that's the reason why every one of us, there is no need for any other accident injury attorney out there. All right, you just need Adam Handler. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Adam Handler, I know priors us to that guarantee similar outcome, but listen, everyone needs to have your number, okay? You always respond quickly. You are always very effective. You always explain everything. I like that. I like transparency. I like layman's terms. I like that. And everyone out here needs that. So that's the reason why you are my personal injury attorney and everyone that's listening. 844-774-3529.
You know, as a young child, I was always taught, treat people as you'd want to be treated. And, there's a lot of things in life that, I don't necessarily understand. I'm not great with the stock market. I leave that to other people. I'm not a physician. I'm not that handy around my house. I mean, I try my best, but, I understand my limits. And when I ask for help for things, I like when people break it down. I like when people explain things in a way that I can understand so I can make my own decisions. And I like to pride myself or do pride myself in that's in my practice of law. When a client comes in or a client has a question, I try to make them understand exactly what we're trying to accomplish, what we're doing, make them feel part of the process. No client ever is going to say, well, handler, didn't tell me what was going on or did something behind my back, or I wasn't aware of what the status of my case is. And my clients have my cell phone number. My clients text me. My clients Facebook me. My clients email me. My clients call me. I even meet my clients when I need to, in person, out of the office or in the office, whenever they have a question, because I understand that when you have an accident and you've sustained injuries, and I'm talking about serious accidents here, that, you got medical bills piling up, maybe you're out of work, so your actual bills are piling up, your rent, things like that. It's extremely stressful. And this was not something that you planned for. I mean, you can never truly plan for an accident. You can plan to fight back by having my phone number saved. But, the thousands and thousands of people I've helped over my career, I'm willing to bet you that not a single one of them ever anticipated that morning of their accident that they were going to need my help, right? It happens when you least expect it. And you're on mute, brother. It happens when you least expect it. And as long as you have my number saved in your phone, you're armed. You're ready to go. If God forbid disaster strikes, you're able to fight back. You're able to prevent yourself from being that victim twice, and know that you're going to be connected to an attorney and a team of people that are truly going to care about you like family, and truly are going to fight like you are their most important file. Because if you represent everybody to the maximum, then you're going to get the best possible job. If you start picking and choosing which cases are more important to you because maybe they're more higher value, or this, or less difficult, then you run into problems. I don't care how difficult your case is. I don't care how minor or major your injury is. Minor or major your injury is. We're going to fight for you, like you're our brother, sister, mother, father, daughter. And that's how we do it. We know one speed only, and that's full speed ahead. But again, you got to have that number saved. We won't know about you unless you call us. We don't hang out at the emergency rooms. We're not coming up to you at the scene of the accident. Doctors aren't slipping you our business card. We just don't roll like that. So you want to have that number saved.
Right. See if we can actually jump to that question by Gloria on Facebook, Adam. It says, "Good morning. I had a workers' compensation case. I was a teacher in a private school. Now that the school open, will I lose?"
So can you read that again to me? Because it's not coming up on my Facebook.
Okay. It says, "Good morning. I had a workers' compensation case. I was a teacher in a private school. Now that school is open, will I lose my payments?"
No, I mean, is she back to work? I mean, it all depends on whether you're back to work or not. If you're back to work, yes, you're going to lose your workers' compensation payments, because workers' compensation is only meant to pay the wages that you've lost being hurt. Now, if you're back to work but still getting medical treatment, of course, you will be entitled to medical treatment as long as it's necessary and related to the injuries that you sustained in an accident. But going back to work does not necessarily cut off all parts of compensation, just parts that relate to wages. There's no double dip. And I say that to my clients all the time. You can't be out of work and get paid by your job, but also have the insurance company pay you as well. It just doesn't work like that. And you can run into big problems and lose credibility with your case if you're starting to double dip like that. So we play everything by the book here. You got everything you're entitled to. Not a penny more, not a penny less. We fight for you to make sure that you get everything that you need. But if she's got any questions, we don't stress this enough. Maybe the phone call is free, the consultation is free. I don't care what kind of case it is. I don't think if you think it's a silly question or a smart question, we're here to answer them for free. And that extends to immigration as well. I know we just talked about personal injury today because it's Wednesday. We try to focus, PI on Wednesday and just immigration tomorrow. You'll have the guys on. But regardless of what kind of case you have, if you've got a legal problem, we've got a legal solution. If you've got a legal question, we got a legal answer. And we answer it for 100% free, no strings attached. If you've got an immigration question, call us. Free consultation. If you've got a personal injury question, call us. Free consultation. Real estate, free consultation. Criminal defense, free consultation. Matrimonial or family law, free consultation. And that's all through you, Squeeze. And you insisted, when we got back together early this year, you said, listen, if the people are going to listen and they need answers, we got to provide it over the phone for free. And you were absolutely right. That was the right move. We're giving back to the community that's embraced us for so many years. And as I'm sure you know, the response has been overwhelming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And quickly, take 60 seconds and talk about why one should actually come to you when there's a construction accident, of which we have not spoken enough about, Adam.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why, because the stakes are so high. Construction accidents are probably the most serious accidents out there. When you're on a construction site and things have gone wrong, you don't have a seatbelt holding you in. You don't have an airbag deploying and keeping you from going through the windshield. There are a lot of safety measures in cars which can minimize the damage to your body. Very often people will get into a car accident and not have a bruise on them, not be bleeding from any body parts. They may have whiplash injuries or extremity injuries, ligaments and muscle damage, but very rarely are you seeing major catastrophic injuries in the most routine car accidents. But construction accidents, when you're working 30, 40 stories above the ground, or you're working below from people that are working 30, 40 stories off the ground, and debris is falling off buildings, tools are failing, safety equipment is failing, scaffolding is collapsing, harnesses are ripping, ladders are tipping over and breaking, you're most likely going to die. And if you're not, then you've sustained fractures, you've sustained paralysis, you've sustained traumatic brain injuries, you've sustained injuries that are so horrific that you want to make sure that if God forbid you're ever in that situation, that the attorney fighting for you is going to go for millions and millions and millions of dollars. If that's what the injuries require, because you may never work again. And construction jobs are usually high paying jobs. So I've had situations like that $5.2 million. That was a construction accident. That gentleman was never going to work again. We calculated that his lost time from work was about 2 million. So 2 million of that 5.2 million was just his wages, just the money that he was going to lose because he got hurt on the job and wasn't going to go back.
10 o'clock.
How do we do that, man? We spilled over.
Yeah, we spilled over. Yeah. But anyway, we're live here on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we want to remind you, tune in each and every single weekday morning at 9:30 a.m. We speak on personal injury. We speak on immigration. And it's by way of the firm, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We want for you to have excellent attorneys. God forbid you need legal advice and help. So make sure you reach out to the firm, 844-774-3529. Adam is a great attorney. And I love speaking with him. And I love the one-off sessions on each area, the personal injury and the immigration. And I enjoy speaking with this man because I know him personally and I know what he stands for and what he represents when it comes to helping people. It's in his blood, as he noted earlier. And I want for everyone to have his number. Adam Handler's number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. We covered a lot today, and I'm very happy about it. And hopefully you will share what it is that you're watching right now with just about every person that you know. Let them understand. I mean, how many people out there, how many attorneys out there are doing a solid show on personal injury every single day, trying to help people, letting people know, yes, if you get hurt, there's someone that's going to be there for you, treating you like family. Adam, thank you so much, man. You've been great, and keep rocking for my people, man. All right.
Oh man, it's my pleasure. You know I love to do it. I love the thrill of the deal. I love fighting for the underdog. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood, and with God's blessing, I'll be doing it for many, many years to come. So thanks for your support.
Absolutely. Adam Handler, ladies and gentlemen, right here on, of course, 93.5 FM and social media right now. Lastly, before we go, my asking again for the third or fourth time, please share this video with everyone that you know. All right. It's very, very important. You know, whenever people out there get into an accident, the first person I call for them is Adam Handler. I said, hey, you need to speak with Adam Handler before you go anywhere. And we have a tendency to rush to what our family members or friends tell us, you know, and all of that. Here you are listening to a professional show about personal injury with many true success stories, many events of people who have actually gotten hurt in accidents. So reach out to him, Adam Handler, 844-774-3529. Private results may not guarantee similar outcome, but we all know we need to find the ultimate when it comes to an accident injury attorney. And that's Adam Handler, 844-774-3529. Adam, thank you so much, man. And everyone have a great day.
Thanks, brother.
All right.